Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. If you are, hi, my name's Hermione and this is my dusty old Victorian house that I'm really trying to get sorted. It's been a bumpy ride, but we're finally getting somewhere, and in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you guys my guest bedroom makeover. This is part 2 of a 2-part video series where I'm showing you the makeover. Part 1, if you haven't already seen it, you should go and watch it first because it's all of the stuff that I did to get this room to the point it's in now where it's ready to be styled. I show you what it looks like in its original crumbly, musty state and what it looks like now. So definitely go and watch that if you haven't seen it already, and then come back and watch this video. So today I'm just going to style the space and get it to a point where I think it's finally finished, which I'm really looking forward to be honest. And also today's video is actually very kindly being sponsored by FY. If you haven't seen them before, you should definitely go check them out. They do really interesting homeware pieces and gorgeous prints, so a big thank you to them for sponsoring this video. I'll tell you a little bit more about them later, and a big thank you to you guys for watching the video. So without further ado, here is just a very quick overview of what the room looked like before all the styling. And now let's jump in and finally put the finishing touches on this space. So I'm back, I'm ready to style the space. I've been thinking for the last few days about what I want to do with it and where I want to put things, where the prints are going to go on the wall, and I have this really awkward space next to the bed. So it's kind of going to end up being blank if I don't do anything with it. But the radiator's there and it just looks a bit weird, so I kind of want to balance it out a little bit. I was thinking about putting a print up there, but I know I want one above the bed, so I think that would just make it look a little bit too print heavy in this corner. So I went to the happiest place in the world, IKEA, and I ended up picking up a picture ledge, so I can still put up a few frames and some smaller items, but it's not going to be one big piece, if that makes any sense. And hopefully that will balance it out a bit. And it's also really handy because I was thinking about putting a shelf up there, but I really think there would be no space to walk around that side of the bed without knocking into it. So this is really nice and shallow, so it's not going to be too much of a problem. So I'm going to go put that up right now. So I put this rug down on the floor. I was hoping to have it slightly more in the center, and I was hoping to cover up all these little indents that the furniture has made over here, but it's got a little chunk taken out of this side, so I've kind of shuffled it underneath the bed for the time being, and I'll kind of reassess. I might put a different rug there, but I really like that color with the color scheme of the rest of the room, so we'll see. So I found this old wooden table that I think might be perfect for the corner of the room. It's very rustic, and I think it was left behind by the previous tenants before I bought the house. I found it tucked away in this closet that I use for the boiler room. I found like a little side table, and it's made of wood, which is quite interesting. So let's see what it looks like. This thing was disgustingly dirty. I really had to scrub it to get it looking anywhere decent, and it still looks a little bit patchy and the wood has kind of faded in some places, but it looks a lot better now than it did. I thought about maybe staining it perhaps, but I think it works really well with the pine wardrobe, and I quite like that it's not perfect. I think sometimes, you know, things don't have to be absolutely perfect, especially in an old house like this. So I'm going to leave it for the time being, and if I want to DIY it at some point later, I can always do that. Now that this section is kind of coming together a little bit more, I think it's about time I do the next biggest thing, which is put a print above the bed. As I mentioned in the beginning of this video, it is very kindly being sponsored by FY, and they let me pick out a few prints to put on my wall and to show you guys, and I'm really excited about it because if you haven't ever looked at FY before, you totally should if you love home decor. Had a really tough time picking the ones I wanted to use in this space because there were so many that I loved, but I did narrow it down to 3, so I'm going to share those with you right now. This really large one is going above the bed. I was looking for a photograph of the ocean, and I came across this one and I thought it was really cool because it's a bit different. It's a swimming pool. I really like how muted the colors are, and I picked an oak frame for this so it would stand out a little bit. I also picked this art print of the hands. I love, once again, the muted colors, and I think it's just really nice and simple, but it stands out. And I picked a white frame for this one. And lastly, I picked out this Killing It graphic print, which I love the colors of. It's really bright and it really stands out. Now that I've seen them all together, I think that the 2 big ones go really well with the vibe of the room. The smaller graphic print I picked out when I was going to have a darker headboard. If you haven't seen the headboard saga, you should watch the last video because that was a journey. But I had a dark headboard in mind and I thought that would look really good with it. But now that I have a softer muted headboard, I think I'm going to style that print somewhere else in my house, possibly my bedroom, because I have a lot of pink in there. I think it would look really nice in there. If you want to check out FY and their awesome prints and homewares, I'm going to leave a link in the description box. That link will get you 25% off, no code needed, and they do free worldwide shipping literally everywhere. So do go check them out. I'm going to leave that linked below. It's time to style the space, so I've gone around my house and I've picked out a ton of things that I think might go with the room. I actually picked this up in a charity shop a couple of days ago. This was £3. I really like it. I just love the shape. Oh, hi! It just looks very mid-century, so I think I might use that. And also, I found this in a charity shop the other day for £5. So I've borrowed the lampshade that I made in my closet makeover. That was in this corner, but it was a bit too big for the space, not gonna lie. And I think I'm gonna put that there. Okay, I really like that. I wouldn't blame you if you thought that this was the ugliest old lady lampshade you've ever seen in your entire life, but I love it. Guys, look what I found in TK Maxx for, hold on, there we go, £4. That is a bargain. Did I need another cushion? Probably not, but it looks really cute right there. So with all of that being done, the room finally came together and this is what it looks like. You
guys, I think this might be my favorite room in the whole house. I think I say that every time I finish a makeover, but I really mean it. I'm actually genuinely thinking of moving the master bedroom into that room because it's so cozy, it's so calming, and it's just quite empty and spacious, and I really like it. Anyway, that's how it turned out. I'm really pleased with it, and I hope you guys liked it too. That's everything for this room makeover transformation. I have plenty more up my sleeve. Some of them might not be in my house, so do stay tuned. If you haven't already, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And with all of that being said, I'm gonna leave you guys alone. So happy decorating, and have a great week. Goodbye.